Hello, I'm Cubic, and this was my playthrough of the Geoguessr Daily Challenge for the 25th of February 2026. I haven't been recording this lately, but I have still been playing it in hopes for the 25k, and yesterday, the incredible happened. I did actually record the last round, because I was like, maybe it'll be the 25k, but I guess I'll show you the replay footage of the game and just kind of go through what I was thinking and stuff, because I feel like this channel needs a conclusive answer as to did I get the 25k. So this was round one. First thing I was thinking was this was Europe because of the white road markings in the middle of the road. Wasn't necessarily too sure on the country, but I was thinking Balkan, but then I saw that sign. And that's obviously Greek language and of course the Greek flag. So I don't really know what to do with this information because my Greek isn't great. Although I am pretty sure these two names here are places on the map. Actually, you could see one of them just there. Grevena. I think that's what this sign says, but I'm not 100% confident on it at the time, so I just look for the places on the map. And it takes me quite a bit of searching to find them. Although I think in the back of my mind, I am sure I've heard of Grevena at least once, and I know it's somewhere on the mainland. Also, you can get that from just looking at the landscape. It looks pretty vast. And I do eventually stumble upon it, even though it was right there the whole time. Although the other place I've not found yet, which I believe is Panagia, or something along those lines. But yeah, I do eventually spot both the place names, and I assume the sign is talking about a construction project. You can't really see it on the map at the moment, but there's kind of a big highway that links the two, and I assume the road sign is referring to that. So I'm like, we're on a different road that is between the two places. I'm just trying to find a distance sign at this point in time. And I come across one. Although the more useful one in this case are the smaller places on the off-road. And as you can see, I find Calathea on the map, and also at the other place. And then I assume it must be along like a yellow road for it to be a paved road. I checked the road direction, and that proved to be correct. And as you can see, I'm actually almost running out of time. But I did recall we were just north of that intersection, and I found a bit of the road that matched up. And boom, that is the 5k. Now round 2 here, immediately I'm thinking, this run might be cooked. This looks like South America. I was thinking at the time Ecuador or Colombia. I wasn't sure on which one, but definitely one or the other. And I think I'm actually more convinced on it being Ecuador at this point. I see this sign and it says San Gil, which I assume to be the place. And I also noticed that sign says Colombia on it. And I'm like, I assume it's Colombia at this point because I'm still thinking it's Ecuador. So then I see this other sign that also mentions Colombia on it. So I'm like, that's pretty compelling evidence in my book. So then I go into the map, look for San Gil. I assume it's a pretty big place. And I also assume it's in the mountains because it looks mountainous. And sure enough, I spot it on the map. You can see it right there, San Gil. And then at this point, I assume it's on the edge of the town somewhere. As I'm heading that way, it looks like we're exiting the town. So I'm like, we have to be on an edge of it somewhere. Check the map looking at the road direction. I'm like, it has to be this side, right? But then I pretty quickly noticed it's not adding up. So I checked the other side, and then I noticed the Centro Comercial, which is the big building we saw and went past. Everything starts making a bit more sense. I think what I'm looking for at this point is the petrol station here, but I have to zoom in a lot more on the map to see it, which I'm not doing. And also the roads here kind of didn't make sense because I didn't see any of them. But I do eventually work out this is an off-road. And I think eventually I just like, that has to be right. And that is the 5k, which I am very proud of because I usually struggle with places like Colombia or Ecuador, but I managed to clutch up this time. Round 3. This was probably the easiest one of the lot. Immediately I'm thinking South America again. With the Gen 3, it's obviously Uruguay. I'm more just confused on this big flag at the start here because I don't recognize it. And I'm like, what could this possibly mean? You also see this was the easiest round because it's only 53 seconds long. Because it pretty quickly come by some road signs, which I almost missed the first time. You'll see there. 3 big places. I know Paysandu is a pretty big town in the west of the country. And I find the Route 3 from there. Really, I was just trying to find the place where these 3 roads intersect. And then I come across Durazno, and I assume it's Trinidad, which is the right place. I notice I'm by the ANCAP petrol station, which I see on the map. The road layout all matches, I can see from that point, or I'm just double checking it. And then I see I'm by the turnoff of this off-road. Boom, 5k. Pretty simple, that one. Moving on to round 4. At the start of the round, it looks like my mouse is glitching or something. I don't really know. West Park, I'm thinking this kind of road layout looks kind of Aussie or New Zealand, and that sign confirms to me New Zealand. And that one too, because those are just New Zealand road signs. Exit the town. I notice the town name is Rangiora. So I'm like, should be simple enough. I find West Park Boulevard, which is the street name, in Rangiora. But I do end up going the wrong way here. I'll turn around in a little bit, but this is the wrong way. At this point, I'm just looking for a road sign because I haven't heard of either of these places. This one helps a little bit, but I still don't know where either Rangiora or Oxford are. And I think it's here that I decide to turn around. Yeah, I look up the road and decide I ain't finding anything up there. And I'm like, this roundabout has to have some signs on it. All I'm really looking for is a place I've heard of. Then I can work it out from there. Though those are just street names. And eventually I see this sign. I'm still not entirely sure where it is, but I know 73 is pretty far south in New Zealand because they're kind of ordered, the highways are, I believe. I come across the 73 pretty quickly. I see Oxford, and then I see Rangiora. We're on the edge of the town, so I just look on the edge of the town with a road angle that matches. I find West Park Boulevard, and deduce we're pretty close to the end of it, and boom, 5k. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my actual footage from the 5th round. So here it is. This is my footage of the 5th round right here. At this point, I am feeling very nervous because I'm like, this could be the 25k. We load into round 5 right here. Immediately there is German language, so I'm like, it's either Germany or Austria. I paused it here because I'm zooming into the street names and I see the numbers at the start of the street names, and I'm like, I remember that's pretty common in Vienna because the number corresponds to the district of Vienna. I don't know if that's common in just Vienna, but I know it's a thing that happens in Vienna. So in a second, I'll zoom into Vienna on a map. But yeah, I zoomed straight in on Vienna. I'm like, yeah, sounds plausible enough. But then I realized that they aren't numbered on a map, so I'm like, shit. So I just keep going down the road in search of like anything that will help, really. I don't really know where I'm going at this point. But then I noticed that's a pretty big building on the left, or on the right, sorry. So you see in a minute, I look at the map and I see it straight away in massive like text there, because I'm like, maybe this is a point of interest on the map, and it's just right there. I know I travel west to get there, so I know roughly it's going to be over here. And then I see one of the street names I went past, which is Geoguessr, and I think it's that one there, but I go and double check it. I know it's Herklotz and the other one. I did just look at it. And Rheindorfgasse, yeah, and then I find it pretty quickly right there. That's it. And I'm like, well, shit, that's the 25k. I've just done it. I didn't know whether I should guess at this point because I'm like, I'm not recording it, and I kind of wanted it to be like an actual video when I got the 25k, but I'm like, it has taken me almost 500 days in the streak and I've not got it once. I should just cash in. So I do eventually just hit the guess button right here, and I'm like, that's it. That's the 25k. And I just noticed this tip actually confirms the numbers on the street signs being a Vienna thing. So that's good. There it is, 25,000. It has taken me 484 days in the streak to get the 25k. Also, if you're wondering why the recording time's a bit weird, it's because I started the game before the day changed for me, and then round 5 was obviously after the day changed. But there it is, my 25k. 15th on the leaderboard because of the distance tiebreaker, but I will take it. How do I leave the replay, bro? How do I leave? Honestly, this seed I don't think was too hard. One of them was Vienna, and the Uruguay one right next to a road sign, but the Greek one was tricky. Colombia was quite tricky. New Zealand was aight. Not the easiest, not the hardest. And Vienna probably could have caused me some troubles if I didn't find the museum. But yeah, 25k, done, dusted. One of my goals for this year ticked off the list. Very happy about it. But you know, I'm going to keep up the streak going. Maybe we'll get another 25k, who knows? And I'll try and beat my time of 11 minutes 21 seconds and of course 62 yards distance. As for this channel, I don't really know what to do with it because at the moment I'm currently busy uploading on the main channel, and I don't know, I kind of like this game more when I'm not pressured to record it, although I might just record some like perfect score attempts on some countries. I don't know yet. We'll wait and see. But that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and we got the fucking 25k. Let's go.